Hello, this is Sam Cipher, and today I'm going to give you a look at Fiji's geography. First, we're going to look at the physical geography of Fiji and where it is in the world. Then I'm going to give some demographic information about Fiji, and then I'll dive a little bit into the politics in Fiji. On this page, you can see the Fijian flag. In the upper left-hand corner is the Union Jack from Great Britain, because Great Britain used to have colonial control over Fiji. Then the blue represents the Pacific Ocean, which obviously surrounds Fiji. And then there's a coat of arms with a lion holding a cocoa pod. And the four little things in the coat of arms are a dove, a palm tree, bananas, and sugarcane, which represents the agricultural aspects of Fiji. So you might be asking, where is Fiji? Well, first off, Fiji is an archipelagic nation in Oceania and consists of over 300 islands, of which only about 110 are inhabited. Its average location is about 18 degrees south latitude and 178 degrees east longitude. This puts it well east of Australia and well north of New Zealand, but a better way to look at where Fiji is that it's part of extreme eastern Melanesia in the South Pacific Ocean. It's surrounded by many island nations, most notably Vanuatu to the west and Tuvalu to the north. Now let's look at the topography of Fiji. As Fiji was formed over 100 million years ago due to geothermal processes, that makes Fiji very mountainous. While it only hosts about 18,300 square kilometers of land, it has a robust 1,100 kilometers of coastline. The islands of Fiji surround rough waters known as the Coral Sea. The Coral Sea is rough because of many jutting rocks and abundant coral reefs. The most famous of these coral reefs is Rainbow Reef, which is located in between the second and fourth largest islands. Viti Levu, on the western side of this map, is the largest island. It has over 10,000 square kilometers. It is almost perfectly bisected by a large mountain range. The tallest mountain is Mount Tomanivi at 1,324 meters and is also the tallest mountain of Fiji. On either side of this range of Viti Levu are coastal plains, and the majority of the population and agriculture of Fiji reside on this island. Vanua Levu is the second largest island at 5,540 square kilometers, and the majority of the rest of the population and agriculture reside on this island. The climate of Fiji is very consistent. Due to its proximity to the equator and the intertropical convergence zone, the majority of Fiji is considered a tropical rainforest climate, which is marked by consistent rainfall and very small temperature deviations throughout the year, as you can tell on the map on the right side of this page. However, due to the mountain range I mentioned on Viti Levu, there is a stark precipitation difference between the western and eastern side. Due to the orographic effect, the western half of Viti Levu is considered a tropical monsoon climate because although it has consistent temperatures, there is a dry and wet season due to the mountains. The total population of Fiji from 2017 is about 884,000. The majority of those in Fiji are native Fijian of mostly Melanesian descent, although there is a large subset of native Fijians that have Polynesian descent. The second largest group was brought by the British to work in the sugar industry, and those were from India. Most of the political tension in recent history has been between these two groups. Also due to colonialism, about half of Fiji is of Christian faith of mostly Methodist and Roman Catholic denomination. The Indo-Fijians are primarily Hindu or Muslim, and there are three official languages of Fiji: English, Fijian, and Fijian Hindi. Fiji has a parliamentary republic which is similar to India's, another former British colony. 200 years ago, Fiji was split into three major social divisions, as you can see in the top image. These have no official impact today, but still have social implications. Nowadays, there are four major administrative divisions separated between the North, Eastern, Western, and Central divisions. There are three major political parties, the most notable being Fiji First, who won the last election. Since gaining independence from the British in 1970, there have been three major coups, with the last occurring in 2006, which triggered a constitutional crisis that was resolved in 2009. Although those coups have occurred, the last election was considered legitimate by outside watch groups. So in conclusion, I hope you learned a little bit about the geography, the climate, demographics, and government and politics of Fiji. But I feel like as it relates to this class, this image is the most important part of this presentation. As you can see, the majority of the population resides on the coastlines of the two main islands. So as we see what happens with climate change, Fiji is one of the nations that stands to be the most impacted if the water does indeed rise more. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation.